Hi! Welcome back to whatever this is. In today's video, we actually have a guest.
Me.
Yeah, husband. And also Noah, mainly Noah's feet, but whatever. And we wanted to talk about
Marriage.
not general about marriage, but mainly how to keep your relationship healthy after having a baby. Most people actually do have issues after having a baby. That's a fact.
We came up with 8 different topics that are relevant to marriage. There are a lot of ways how marriage can go wrong after having a baby. And these were the most important things that we did and that kept our marriage together.
Let's start with the first thing that we did in our marriage after having a baby, which is
An agreement that whatever happens in the first year, we don't say the D word.
the D word is
It's
divorce.
divorce.
You don't say that in your marriage.
But we understand that the first year is hard. There are going to be a lot of ups and downs. We are committed to stay together and treat our marriage as a stable fortress in the middle of all this.
So yeah, from the moment you have the baby, a year from there, you don't even ever think about leaving each other, mentioning the divorce word. So at the beginning, it's very hard not to just get frustrated with the other person and be like, who did I marry? Why did I marry you? Because you're really angry at that point. Also, especially as women, we have the hormones after giving birth.
We have the hormones as well.
What hormones do you
The angry hormones. It's very easy to give up on your marriage when it's full of difficulties and arguments because we find ourselves in a new situation.
And it's crazy that before we had our baby, I would never think I would be this angry with him. I never felt more frustrated than him telling me how to parent my baby. Which will take me to the next point that we came up with. Let the mom be a mom and the dad be a dad. A lot of people have this issue because moms, we want dads to do the same we do it because they don't know what they're doing, by the way. I'm just saying.
But we're not supposed to.
But they're not supposed to. And then dads, they always say to moms, how do you hold him like this? Why you're not careful?
Why don't you just let him cry it out?
Yeah, so a lot of things like that.
There are certain things that as a mom you naturally want to do and certain behaviors that you want to have as a mom. And I think sometimes there are those unrealistic expectations in a marriage that the other person has to have the same type of roles and fulfill the same type of roles as you do. And I feel like our roles are completely different and we're supposed to complement each other rather than do the exact same things.
Yes, and you need to realize that quite early because it can get into the deepest arguments I've ever went through in my life. Why are you doing that? Put down the temperature.
Why don't you leave him alone?
We realize that we should have our own journey as parents, as individuals, and also together at the same time. So he needs to experience how it is like to learn mistakes, find the solution as a dad, and me as a mom. Which will take me to the third point, is to be teammates as a couple. When problems did arise at the beginning, instead of me helping him out or being kind to him, I was like, why are you doing it that way? You're doing it wrong. This is not how we do it. But it's so important to sit down as teammates and find solutions.
Yeah. I really agree with everything she says. We play the same team.
It's so much healthier when I don't see you as an enemy, because it's really true that at the beginning you see each other a bit like, oh, I know it better. Don't see each other as teammates like you did before as a couple, because as a couple you are together, you're two people, you're a couple. But when you have a baby, you are like two wars.
You want to push your will to the other person, and your way is the only way, which is not necessarily healthy. It should be our way. Sometimes you need to remind yourselves that you play in the same team.
So the fourth one, I think, is the most important one after the D word, which is doing things together as a couple.
Yeah. So things doesn't mean like you go on a date or you eat or you watch TV together.
No, that's very basic.
Yeah, actually do something.
Now, what do we mean by that? It's actually finding anything outside the baby life and the family life to do as a couple. For example,
exercising together, going for a hike or playing board games, but something that you actually do, not just watching TV next to each other.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
Yeah, but it has to be something that you both create some shared moments together that you can talk about.
It's important to create your own little story outside of just being parents and not looking at 4 walls every day and a baby and then TV and lunch and whatever. Especially now, this day and age, people are on their phone all the time. For example, our favorite thing is jiu-jitsu. The fact that we can beat each other up every other day.
Yeah, it's good for our marriage, by the way.
It's so weird when I say to people, oh, what do you love doing? I'm like, I love beating my husband up and he loves beating me up. They are thinking, think like, what the hell? No, but in a jiu-jitsu matter, I think it's amazing. Am I boring you?
No.
Anyways.
It's so important to protect your identity as who you are outside of being a parent, because you don't want to reduce your role in life to just being a parent. And what are you in life? I'm a mom. That's what I do.
Oh my god. Speaking of, I really hate when people say after baby, forget about this. I keep mentioning this in my videos. You're not gonna travel. You're not gonna be like this. Yes, it's hard. Yes, it's different. But it's not life is over. I didn't feel like my life is over. It got more complicated, but life is not over. And people give up on their life because they keep hearing the same sentence, forget about your old self. And I don't even know what the fuck that means, but okay. The fifth one is to not just talk about baby stuff. That's very, very easy to happen to couples.
Yeah, I don't know, but for me as the dude, when you talk about baby stuff all the time, I get bored of it. So it's important for us to have some other topics. I don't know, like talk about politics or something.
Something that you have as an interest before you had the baby. The problem is you constantly have problems when you first become a parent or when you have a newborn. You really cannot focus on talking on anything else. You just want to be problem, solution. And that's really, really bad for your relationship if you don't talk about anything else.
I also think it can go even further to a point where it's not just you only talk about the baby, but you only talk about the baby and work and daily things that, like errands that you need to run and bills that you need to pay. I think it's very easy to end up in a sad marriage if you don't make conscious effort to spice it up.
Speaking of spicy, cringe topic, but very important, is intimacy and sex. Now. Whatever. I am trying to do that every night. I still forget it sometimes. Not the
Do what?
Not
What
the ficky part,
Yeah.
but hugging him and kissing him and telling him how much I love you. And it's so hard sometimes when he does some stupid dumb things and I just want to throw like things on him and I have to say I love you, baby. But you have to spend time touching each other and kissing each other and hugging each other. But I'm not gonna get more into it because it's a quite personal topic, but I know it's hard, especially as a woman. After you give birth, you're not very okay with your body, how you look, and you still need to put effort into it because it really feels like you're putting effort. I don't know about guys. I don't know how is it about guys after a woman gives birth.
Yeah, no comment.
No comment. Anyway, next topic. Number 7.
So the idea is that
It's really important.
to have an identity as a family. What I mean by that is knowing what you stand for as a family, having a set of values that you hold on to.
Yeah, basically having principles in the family. So who you are, what you do. Don't just be whatever. You should be very proud of the family you created and be, again, strong as a fortress. That's what he always likes to say, you know?
But what it means in practice is, for example, we are a jiu-jitsu family. We are a family that eats together. We are a Christian family. We
Shower every Sunday evening. No,
only on Sundays?
no, every day. But you
Like-
follow the same rules as a family and you have that identity of who you are. As much as who you are as a person, who you are as a family.
So you don't just wing it when something new comes up, but you have rules that keep the family together.
And, having rules helps on having less arguments about things. Because when you have rules, that's what we said. That's what you do as a family. That's who we are. Anyway, last but not least. Having closure about things. Basically solving problems and not just moving on. This is a very hard one, I think, because once you start it, you can't stop it. So for example, me and him, if we have, let's say, an argument and we don't have closure about it, we can't sleep.
Yeah, it's not
We
happening.
can't eat. Everything needs to stop. And I understand some people are going to be like, oh, that's so toxic. I don't give a fuck because in the end of the day, you have a good closure and then you can move on and be good again with each other.
I think as humans, we are sort of wired
To get
to
closure.
get closure, yeah. Because we are addicted to stories. Whenever there's a difficulty, you want to solve it and have a happy ending.
Yes.
And that's what every single movie is about. So
Yes.
I think it's kind of an internal need that we have.
There's another way to deal with it, but being like, oh, I don't care, I don't give a fuck. But in reality, that doesn't end up good because it starts adding up, you know.
It becomes like a snowball and it becomes bigger and bigger and more. And then at one point you just stop caring about your
Yes.
marriage.
So it's important to solve the problems and not just moving on. Yeah, I think think that's it. We came up with 8 different things, topics, points, whatever you want to call them, of how to keep your relationship with your partner healthy after having a baby. So we came to the end of this video, and I'm pretty sure that many of you have been waiting to see Noah. So I'm gonna show you Noah for a second. Yay! He loves the camera. He always is very charming when it comes to videos. And also he loves his dad. He really loves his dad because he's like, hey. Anyways, we're not dressed up in green on purpose. We're just obsessed with green. Anyway, I'm gonna see you next time. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know in the comment section. Do you like when I make videos with this one as well? We are gonna see you, or I'm gonna see you, I don't know, next time. And please subscribe to my channel and hit the like button because why not? Okay.
Let me chuck this thing and be proud of it. I will carve it in and I'll make you feel like you on the cloud and you can't sit still when we on the floor. When I'm on them fours, when you use the force, there's no problem. I will carve it in and